Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Mixtape Moth, and today I'm gonna hit y'all with a review of the new DJ Muggs and Hologram album entitled American Cheese. Let's get to it. Alright, so Hologram is a rapper coming out of Queens, New York. He's actually Mayhem Loren's brother and has been featured on his projects over the years as well as Action Bronson. Now, I was personally not aware of who Hologram was until I heard his quirky verse on Westside Gunn's Thousand Shot Mac. But he has recently dropped this new project with DJ Muggs entitled American Cheese. So Muggs, who also hails from Queens, has been on an extraordinary producer run over the past couple of years. So far in 2021, he has released Death and the Magician with Rome Streets, the Ram LZ project with Flea Lord, an album with Yellow Wolf that I refuse to listen to, and of course his instrumental solo album. Now, for those who aren't familiar with Hologram, the reality is that he's not gonna blow anyone's mind lyrically. There are moments when he'll say something clever on a track, but then they're followed up by very rudimentary bars. But I can see how his lackadaisical style and slow flow might appeal to some. However, if you are looking for the level of lyricism that you would typically find on a Muggs collaboration project, then you might be a little disappointed. This project contains 15 tracks and lasts approximately 36 minutes. But with that being said, I'm just going to jump right into a track-by-track breakdown. The opener is just an intro, which samples from the same audio clip that was used at the very beginning of Eric B. and Rakim's Paid in Full 7 Minutes of Madness remix. Track 2 is No Off Season. This has a spooky but aggressive boom bap beat. I like the hard-hitting energy early in the album, and some of Hologram's rhymes aren't too bad. I found the following to be pretty entertaining. I'm smoking algae with the hoes and algebra with the bros. X equal Y, you got shot in the nose. Then there's the semi-clever. The beat is fresh produce. The studio is Whole Foods. You know, all in all, it's a solid first track. Song 3, Don't Ride with the Drugs, has a colorful and lush piano backdrop. The beat is very flavorful, and we also get a dope feature from Action Bronson, who has the best verse on the song, and that really shouldn't come as much of a surprise. Although Hologram said a couple of witty things, I'm not gonna lie, I got a zip with an O in it, the type of shit to get your whole zip code lidded, and I'm high as possible. My spliff is colossal. So there are flashes of clever imagery here and there, just no consistent dope verses to be found, unfortunately. After this is the title track, American Cheese. Now this has a dingy psychedelic rock beat. As far as the bars are concerned, there's really nothing noteworthy to report on here. It's not a bad song. It's not an amazing song. It's cool. Obviously, the beat is the best part. Then there's the wacky titled Smoke Weed and Figure Shit Out. Here, Hologram gives us some half-baked bars on top of this dark and atmospheric Muggs tapestry. He shouts out Domino's Ghetto Jam song, which was cool. I mean, you don't really hear artists give Domino props every day, so I like that. But then he drops some third grader level bars like, I was told I would be greater if I think like a skater. On You Know My Name, Hologram declares, I'm the Teflon Don like John Gotti. I stay with the cane like Ron Isley. Now, this was the first time that I believe I heard Ron Isley's name used in the context of selling coke. So that definitely caught my attention, and it made up for the cliche John Gotti Teflon Don line that everyone's been using since the 90s. Hologram has some more funny but bad lyrics like, your wench is my whore, whatever you bench, Mayhem might bench 5 more. Then there's the beyond basic, I get higher than the solar system line. Track 7, Black, has this icy bell production. Even though it's drumless, it's still one of my favorite instrumentals on the project. I can say fairly that Hologram had a couple of clever thoughts here. Like, last night I thought I saw a skeleton, but it was just a fiend hella thin. And lit lighters in the crack house resemble stars in the night sky in a blackout. You know, that's actually some vivid drug imagery. He has his moments, I'm not gonna lie. What follows is Duck and Cover, which contains a groovy and quirky jazz backdrop. It's a unique and obscure sample that sounds like it was lifted straight off a 1960s movie. Hologram sounds right at home over this dusty and left field production. He wittily states, I got caught up like Bokeem Woodbine with a hood dime and still had a good time. I really dug this track because of the ultra funky and eccentric loop, and I thought Hologram rapped alright over it. On Shut the Fuck Up, we get an instrumental that's fitting for an Illuminati ritual. A line that immediately stood out was, I dump on 12 like taking a shit at midnight. You know, it's one of those lines that's so bad that it's actually good. On Moon Rocks, Big Twins and Mayhem Loren saved the day over this colorful piano arrangement. While Hologram does have a creative reference or two, they are followed up by overly simple lines like, you'll get shot by my goon, then I'll hop on a tune, it gets hot like June. The following track, Colors, has a darker and piano-inflected beat. I would say it has a pretty definitive Soul Assassin sound. Hologram's verse wasn't too bad, and his flow was decent here. Now, Accent and Mayhem Loren are listed as features, but they only provide ad-libs, unfortunately. The subsequent track is P.C.H., which finds Hologram and his brother Mayhem Loren doing a back and forth over this hallucinogenic soundscape. All in all, solid track. The second to last song is traditional Bull Shark. This is set to an organ and electric guitar riff that is signature Muggs. I can't say the bars were very compelling, but as far as vintage rock beats go, this one was pretty standout. Then the album wraps up with Murder at 5. Mayhem Loren comes in once again with a strong verse over this off-kilter and intoxicating instrumental. Overall, I give this album a rating of 3 mics. As I indicated throughout much of the review, Muggs' production definitely saved this album from being really bad. And of course, Action Bronson's and Mayhem Loren's performances assisted in a big way. I think this project showcases some of Muggs' best production in over a year. As a result, it kind of reinforces that notion that elite level producers sometimes give their best beats to average MCs. Case in point, Group Home's Living Proof, which had the stellar Primo production, or I could list Harry Fraud and French Montana's collaboration, or even go with Alchemist's production for the Infamous Mob. I mean, I love Infamous Mob, but it wasn't like Mob Deep. If I were to rate this project American Cheese strictly for the instrumentals, then it would easily be a 4-mic album. But because Hologram's pen game didn't really move me like that personally, I feel this is more a 3-mic project. Now, in fairness to Hologram, there is something appealing about his bizarre references and his delivery on tracks. I found some of what he had to say to be pretty amusing. And I don't even need super lyrical stuff, and you know this if you pay attention to my reviews. But as a whole, I feel he lacked the skill set of rappers who were typically featured on DJ Muggs projects. It's no hate or shade directed to Hologram, as this is just my personal opinion. But if you are a Muggs fan, then I definitely recommend you check this out, as I think these are easily some of his best instrumentals of the year. My favorite tracks include Don't Ride with the Drugs, You Know My Name, Black, Duck and Cover, and Moon Rocks. Let me know what you thought about this project in the comment section below. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and please subscribe. As always, it's peace and blessings. Hologram, DJ Muggs, American Cheese, 1.